Hello, I will tell you this time how we get in touch with each other. All began in 2013, October. I was on the run somehow to search and possibly travel for the next summertime. So I intend to go to Hong Kong again, the city where I've been a year ago. And therefore, as a photographer, I want to get in contact with local people. Therefore, it's the best thing, of course, for next further planning, how to get fresh information from locals, how to get in contact with them. So I was scrolling in the internet and I found an internet page named F-Dating. F-Dating was a platform, or still a platform, where you can just only put your profile inside and the purpose of searching. That's what I did. I get in contact with Helena. Very simple. Because I intended to get information about Hong Kong, and I've seen that she was employed at that time when I was contacting her as an overseas foreign worker in a Chinese family. So I wrote very simple, of course, a few sentences with my purpose. The only purpose for this one was to get in contact with her, to get to know a little bit more better Hong Kong, to find some special places, to get fresh information, all the things you need. Then, after this all, she wrote back. And that was very intensive, very nice. First of all, a little bit hesitating, searching a little bit, listening a little bit to all of that, what the other wants and so on. And then I opened up my things I wanted to see in Hong Kong. That was the real purpose, nothing else. We came very close together exactly at that point when I listened to this story from her, that she was a believer, that she was a Christian. I'm a Christian as well, and that was number one topic for me in life. Wherever and whenever you get in contact with a girl you like, please ask first if she is a follower of Christ. Because it is so easy to get away from the gospel, you know. This is very simple. So I want to have a strong believer somehow, in case that I felt in love with her. So by the next planning, of course, it was really nice to stay with Helen possibly, I thought. So we write and typed and write and wait everything, of course, always in the evening when she had time off. She could write back, and there was intensive change of and sharing of emails, as you can imagine. That was the first big step. Then it was everything very quick. In November 21 was the first day where we said, can we open to others, of course, that we are now a small couple, that we felt in love? Yes, indeed we felt. I prayed a lot at the time to find out if this is correct or not what I'm doing, because normally I only wanted to travel to Hong Kong, but indeed it was now a little bit more. Yes, we could say yes to each other. From my bottom of my heart, I'm still doing this. And I don't regret anything. So the next planning for the summer 2014 was quickly done. I was going out to the travel agency to find possibly flights to Hong Kong via Helsinki and then from Hamburg. And then I would intend to stay for 14 days. Of course, I know that she was a foreign worker. That means she had only a little bit vacation time at the evening, but that was okay for me. Of course, I planned my route and my trip, of course, in Hong Kong, whatever I wanted to see. So then after this all, I was out to the travel agency. I booked a flight. I organized everything, and then I got in contact with her again in order to reveal I'm coming. I want to see you in real. That is, my heartbeat was very accelerated, as you can imagine. And the soon the summer comes, the more beaten I was up. It was really amazing what it's doing. So by the next half year up to the summer, we were learning each other more and better and better. She opened up that she's coming from the province, not from Manila. That was okay for me, of course, and I could crawl a lot in the internet where she really belongs to, and I get to know a little bit more about her family. That was really interesting for me. And the longer it runs, the more happy I get, until now. That's very nice. So, I planned all this trip, of course, along. I packed my things. I went out in the cellar then on the day of flying. Everything was done. Everything was quick done. I put my equipment aside. I had the plan aside. And of course, I had the emergency number in case of a breakdown or whatever through this long travel, so that I get in contact with her very immediately. Then was the day of flying. It's a long, awful flight, 10.5 hours in major, nearly 11 hours flight from Helsinki. And from Hamburg to Helsinki, furthermore, 2 hours. That means altogether 13.5 hours flight, and travel is a long term. In the next evening, I was there in Hong Kong. I could stay in a very nice hotel there, and then when I sit down on my chair there in this hotel room. Of course, I needed normally to rest. I was pushed up. Of course, I could sleep in the aircraft. But however, if you've flown a long time flight, of course, you know that you are really pushed up from all the impressions, from all the looking, searching, and so on. Always be alerted somehow that you don't miss your flight and whatever. So I was sitting there to relax a little bit. I had a wonderful window I could watch out, and then it was around about 6 o'clock when suddenly I was disturbed by a knocking on the door. I was amazed. What's that now? Because the problem was I couldn't get contact with her immediately after coming down. At the airport it was okay. I could use the Wi-Fi internet there, but I didn't have a SIM card, a lock card somehow to get in contact with her. So how to contact her then? Now I'm in a hotel, not so far away from her place, only 2 stations from the MTR again. It was knocking at the door. My heartbeat was accelerated, and I could remember that I opened with a little bit of hesitating who's standing behind this door now. And then suddenly Noemi, her younger sister, came aside with a small paper bag into her hand. And then she told, "Hello, I am Noemi, the sister of Helena. This is for you. She gives you many regards and a good taste now for you." I was completely amazed when I seen that. I didn't expect something like that. I just came down maybe an hour ago, and now I was sitting here, and then I give, "Okay, do you want to come inside?" No, she don't want. She want to leave because she had to work, of course, as well in the same family than the sister. So I was unpacking this on my table, and then I thought, oh my God, what is that wonderful to sit here now in a complete foreign country. Nobody knows you. This is more than 7.5 million people here. And there's knocking at the door from Helena, sending the sister to give me some food and have a small welcome drink. Wow, I was completely amazed. Well, at this evening I was fed enough. It was really nice. She shared a lot of chicken wings with me. That was so kind and so wonderful to know. This is really, what I look back, what she told to me, this is a wonderful person. And I can only say I love her from the bottom of my heart. This decision was right, to take action on this life, to say yes. What I didn't told you now, only a quarter year ago, before October 2013, my girlfriend left me very immediately without hesitating, and I didn't know anything because of another one. That was, of course, really ugly, hurting me. And I promised myself, don't start something again now. Just wait a longer time and trust on God that He will send the right person for me. And now this. When I sit in this hotel room, I was only thankful to God that He gave me this wonderful opportunity to learn a complete different person now, so far away. Of course, we had time to share something, and a lot we shared, intimate things, of course, what the setup, what do you think about this and this. This is, of course, very necessary to get to know that the other one is not a fake one. This travel was amazing. We had a wonderful stay of 14 days there on the ground. She had nearly every evening time for me. And then I was later on going to this apartment where she was living with this Chinese family. Thanks God for this, so that I can look and watch out somehow how she was working there, under which conditions. And I was very happy about. Later on, years later, she told me about all the unnice things when you are working in an overseas foreign worker. I know that a lot of people maybe who watch that video now are suffering because of this. Far away from home, far away from every love or whatever. Hold on, God is with you. This is my experience with Helena. You are not alone. I can tell you here in this video so many things, but it's not really necessary now, maybe later on. If you want to know something, just ask back. Yeah, that was now the platform F-Dating, where I didn't expect something, expect only that I will meet local people to get to know a little bit information and advanced information from Hong Kong. Nothing else, but nothing less. God was opening up a complete new world for me, and that was wonderful to see, unplanned and not really the purpose of this all. I was very wondering about this all, but I'm very helpful and very happy that this happened to me. Thanks God for it. This was now the short story, how we get in touch with each other. Then at this time, a day later, after I eat the chicken wings she sent to me, we made an appointment at the MTR station where she was living. However, and whoever of you maybe have been in Hong Kong, you know that the MTR station is special, and the big distance, big city, of course, are very, very overcrowded by masses of people. It's huge. You can't imagine that here. Here in this country, it's not so like this. And then we make an appointment downstairs at the MTR station. I was really amazed. I was there in time. My heartbeat was accelerated, you know, because you can't imagine all things you have seen before was artificial. Of course, we used Skype to get to know a little bit more better, to share a lot of things. But if you are standing now in a complete different surrounded area where you've never been before, having an appointment with a woman you have never seen before in life, and you don't know really how this will be, your heartbeat is accelerated a second time, right? It was indeed, and I can tell you that was really a very funny thing. When I stood there, nobody came, first of all. I organized a SIM card to have contact with her, and then I typed at WhatsApp, "Hello, I'm here, where are you?" And then she told, "Oh, I'm here as well, where are you?" Funny, the coincident thing, she was on the search as I did. The issue was that she was not in the MTR station downstairs, she was already been in the big apartment, in the big shopping mall, a little bit on top. Oh, I told myself, did you listen something to this? Of course. Did you forget something? Of course not. I contacted her, and then we tried to find us in the middle of everywhere. So she was coming down to the MTR station, and I was hesitating to go somewhere else because this is really huge, you know. The MTR station was more short and more small, of course, than she was in this big shopping mall. It's very simple to go to each other, of course, without seeing. I remained there, and then suddenly in the midst of all people surrounding, because there was coming another train inside, it was completely overcrowded by people, and suddenly I could see her. I know exactly the face. I know that my heartbeat was 180 or more, because now I could see her, and I thought, oh my goodness, so many things had been said in the past. We had shared a lot of things. We had a lot of impression from each other. We had wishes and so on, and all these things, you know, all comes together with a big brainstorm, very quick. Of course, you thought, oh my goodness, this is the person in love, how wonderful. And the only thing I can remember is that her tears comes and my tears comes a lot, and that we only hug each other without releasing anymore for the next 2 minutes, independently from all the people who were maybe in, where we might be an obstacle from. Doesn't matter anyway. I just only want to hug and kiss her. That was a wonderful moment I will never forget in life. Yeah, by the next day, we stood the day together. It was a Sunday or a Saturday, I don't remember exactly. And then we shared, of course, the next days and the next 2 weeks. To learn each other more, I was amazed by all this and complete overwhelmed. A wonderful story. And this is what I can only share with you here now. If you listen to other life stories, it's really amazing how they came together. Very often there is somehow obviously looking like a coincident case, but in reality it is not. After I came back, of course, I told myself, what does it make with you, this all? What is now the future for this all? And then I thought, okay, let it run. This was for me, it's until now, it's not a coincidence somehow that I learned her, that I met her, that I fell with love with her. Of course not. I'm very thankful to God who gave this opportunity unplanned, and the purpose was, of course, not for me to learn someone else here as a partner, of course. That was not the purpose. The purpose was just only traveling and get advanced information how to go to Hong Kong or stay in Hong Kong. I'm very happy about this all. Thank you, my sweetie, for every word we could share together. Thank you for any time we could be together. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and that will never change until my last breath. I love you. And to all the people who are watching this video, I can support you by searching, maybe unplanned or whatever, be open up and search exactly for the right person. It could be a failure, this kind of meeting, of course. I know it's a little bit in danger that you met maybe the wrong one. Yeah, you have to check that before. You have to find this out. If this person is a fake person, if he or she wants maybe some not nice things with you, if this is honest. But as I explained in the other video before, if you have the solid ground of Jesus Christ and if you rely on the Bible, yeah, then of course, from my experience, I can only say, okay, this excludes a lot of fake things, hopefully and honestly. And if you are open up like this, and if you are really open up to all the things God wants you to experience, you could be only amazed, because we are all like a big family worldwide, independently from which continent you are. I'm very happy about. Thank you for sharing this. Hopefully this will engage you somehow a little bit in your own life story. Don't give up, even if there's COVID-19 ahead. There's future, of course. As I told you and explained to you by the last video I made for her, don't give up. God is with all of us, and He has a special plan. In most cases, we don't know this plan. We can only live from day to day, and we can only hope and pray that He is doing the best to all of us. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye-bye.